Hello everyone. Regarding this Bharat Pradakshin Yatra, I have done the routing through the Google Maps and broken down the entire route, which is the circumference of the entire Bharat, outline of India. So it is broken down into 7 steps, so 7 legs rather. So each leg will be covering a certain point to point. Likewise, entire India outline is covered in the route by road. So that is the basic crux of this message. However, the details of those maps are given in the description below the video.
శుభోదయం అందరికీ. ఈరోజు వినాయక చవితి 18 సెప్టెంబర్ 2023. ఈరోజు దివి నుంచి ఇప్పుడు దివులో ఉన్నాను. దివు నుండి ఇప్పుడు ద్వారకకి బయలుదేరుతున్నాను. అయితే దారిలో దగ్గరలోనే 70 కిలోమీటర్ల దూరంలో సోమనాథ్ జ్యోతిర్లింగం మందిరం ఉంది. నా అదృష్టం సోమవారం ఈరోజు వినాయక చవితి, అలాగే శివకేశవుల దర్శనం ఒకే రోజు జరుగుతోంది. ఈరోజు జ్యోతిర్లింగమైన సోమనాథుడిని చూడబోతున్నాను, అలాగే ద్వారకానాథుడైన శ్రీకృష్ణుడిని చూడబోతున్నాను. శివకేశవుల దర్శనం ఒకే రోజు సోమవారం జరగడం నా అదృష్టం. ఇది నేనేమి ప్లాన్ చేసింది కాదు, అలా జరిగిపోయిందంతే, యాదృచ్ఛికంగా జరిగిపోయింది. సో చాలా హ్యాపీ. ఇది మొత్తం 6 అవర్స్ జర్నీ, మొత్తం 300 కిలోమీటర్స్ డిస్టెన్స్. సో మొత్తం 6 అవర్స్ జర్నీ. So we are leaving Div and proceeding towards Dwaraka. Nice road. Overall it's going to be 6 hours journey. 400 kilometers actually, and 6 hours journey. But we have one important stop, that is at Somnath Jyotirlingam Mandir. We are going to stop there. This is the road, and road is good. Seems to be good all the way, as the Google Maps suggests. Only 6 hours to cover 400 kilometers. Now we have entered Somnath temple premises. Inside this boundary is our parking area. So that is the place where I can park my car. This is the Somnath temple, the first of the 12 Jyotirlingas. Because Som means the moon, he has performed penance to gain his complete health. He performed penance for Shiva to gain his complete health, as he was cursed by Daksha Prajapati. He regained his original health and became very healthy after performing the penance. So he performed penance at this place only, and he got the blessings of Shiva. So that's why this linga is called Somnath Linga. Also the darshan of the darshan of Shiva he got Sa Uma, along with Uma Devi. Shiva gave darshan to him. So that is another reason why this is called Somnath temple. ఇప్పుడు మనం సోమనాథేశ్వర జ్యోతిర్లింగ స్వామి ఆలయం సమీపంలో ఒక చిన్న దారిని ఏర్పాటు చేశారు నడిచేందుకు యాత్రికులు. అరేబియన్ సముద్రం పక్కనే అద్భుతమైన దృశ్యం ఇక్కడ. అదే సోమనాథేశ్వర స్వామి ఆలయం. మొట్టమొదటి జ్యోతిర్లింగం, ద్వాదశ జ్యోతిర్లింగాలలో సోమనాథుడు అని ఎందుకు వచ్చింది అంటే సోముడు అనగా చంద్రుడు తపస్సు చేసి శివపార్వతుల్ని ప్రత్యక్షం గావించుకున్నాడు. తనకున్న శాపాన్ని విముక్తి పొందాడు. అంటే క్షయం అయిపోయేలాగా దక్షుడు శపించగా ఆ వ్యాధి నుంచి తాను రక్షించుకున్నాడు ఇక్కడ తపస్సు చేసి. శివపార్వతులు అంటే ఉమా సహిత పరమేశ్వరుడు ఆయనకి దర్శనం ఇవ్వగా స ఉమ అన్నారు కాబట్టి సోమ అని వచ్చింది. అదేవిధంగా సోముడు తపస్సు చేశాడు కాబట్టి చంద్రుడికి సోముడు అన్న పేరు కూడా ఉంది. అందుకని కూడా ఇక్కడ సోమనాథేశ్వరుడు అని దీనికి పేరు వచ్చింది. ఇది జ్యోతిర్లింగంగా ఇక్కడ ప్రతిష్ఠించడం అయింది. అందరూ దేవతలందరూ ఇక్కడ పూజలు చేస్తూ ఉంటారు. అయితే అద్భుతమైన ఆలయం ఇలా అరేబియన్ సముద్రం దాపునే పక్కనే ఉన్నది తీరంలో. ఇక్కడ ఇంకొక విశేషం ఏమిటంటే ఆ చిన్న స్తంభం అక్కడ జయ సోమనాథ అన్న పేరు దగ్గర చిన్న స్తంభం పైన బ్లూ కలర్లో ఒక గుండ్రంగా ఉన్న ఇది ఉంది కదా ఆకృతి, అది ఆ యారో మార్క్ ఉంటుంది. అక్కడ ఒక యారో మార్క్ ఉంది చూడండి. ఆ యారో మార్క్ సరిగ్గా దక్షిణ ధ్రువాన్ని చూపిస్తోంది. మొనదేలినటువంటి మార్కింగ్ ఉంది చూసారా, మొనదేలినటువంటి మార్కింగ్ అది దక్షిణ ధ్రువాన్ని చూపిస్తోంది. అది చాలా ఇక్కడ ఒక అద్భుతమైన విశేషం. అది చాలామంది ఇది మిస్ అవుతారు. ఈ దక్షిణ ధ్రువం ఏంటంటే ఒకటే, ఏది అడ్డం ఉండదు ఇంకా మధ్యలో, తిన్నగా దక్షిణ ధ్రువం వైపు ఉంటుంది ఈ మొత్తం మార్గం. ఇక్కడి నుంచి సముద్ర మార్గం అంతా ఇంకా మధ్యలో ఏమీ ఉండవు. అది చూపించే దిక్కు నుంచి తిన్నగా సౌత్ పోల్ ఉంటుందన్నమాట. అది చాలా విశేషం. ఇదేంటంటే 1000 ఏళ్ల క్రితమే ఇక్కడ ఉన్న దేవాలయం అప్పుడు ఇక్కడ శాస్త్రజ్ఞులు వాళ్ళు అలా నిర్దేశించి దాన్ని అక్కడ నిలిపారు, ఈ చిహ్నాన్ని ఉంచారు. అంటే అప్పట్లోనే శాస్త్రాల్లో వాళ్ళకి తెలుసు ఎక్కడ దక్షిణ ధ్రువం ఉందో అనేది. అంత అడ్వాన్స్డ్ టెక్నాలజీ ఉండేదన్నమాట. నాలెడ్జ్ కానీ, విజ్డమ్ కానీ, అవేర్నెస్ కానీ అప్పట్లో శాస్త్రజ్ఞుల్లో అంత ఉండేది. ఈ దేవాలయాలు నిర్మించేప్పుడు అందులో ఉన్న ఆగమ శాస్త్రం అవన్నీ క్షుణ్ణంగా వాళ్ళు అధ్యయనం చేసినప్పుడు ఈ విషయం కూడా, ఈ పరిజ్ఞానం కూడా ఉంది. భౌగోళిక పరిజ్ఞానం కూడా చాలా విపరీతంగా ఉండేది. అంతటి విజ్ఞానపరులు, చాలా అద్భుతమైన ఆ శక్తి, దృష్టి అంటారు, యోగ దృష్టి ఉన్నవాళ్ళు అప్పుడు ఉండేవారు. శాస్త్రాల్లో కూడా ఎలా లిఖింపబడి ఉందో అది వాళ్ళు అధ్యయనం చేసిన తర్వాత ఈ విషయాన్ని కనుగొన్నారు. సో మీరు అది చాలా ఆశ్చర్యకరంగా ఉంటుంది. ఇది 1000 ఏళ్ల క్రితం ఉంది. ఈ మధ్య వాళ్ళు ఒకవేళ రెనోవేట్ చేసిన రంగులు అవి వేశారేమో కానీ ఆ స్తంభం, ఆ పైన ఉన్న గుర్తు అదంతా కూడా 1000 ఏళ్ళ నాటిది. ఇది గమనించవలేను. It's raining heavily in this stretch, and I started from Somanath Alayam towards Dwarka. It's raining so heavily in this stretch. This is another beautiful location. We're close to the Arabian Sea. Waters are flowing through under this bridge and joining the Arabian Sea at this point. It's a beautiful bridge, excellent road from Somnath to Dwarka, excellent. Dwarkadheshwara temple at Dwarka. Dwarkadhesh temple, Sri Krishna Paramatma ki jai. Dwarka. Om Namo Sri Krishna Paramatmane Namaha. This is 19th September 2023, taken from my room in Dwarka, Ladugara Grand. Beautiful scene. There's a seashore nearby. Can take the video from here, from my room. Beautiful seashore with that lighthouse. Excellent view from here. No sun, it's very cloudy. Lighthouse is there. So I've completed Dwarka today. I'm starting from Dwarka and going towards Bhuj. Today is 19th September 2023, Tuesday. It was a wonderful experience in Dwarka. Excellent darshan I had, and also wonderful stay. It's a good hotel, Ladugara Grand. Nice hotel, nice stay. Wonderful darshan of Sri Krishna, and as well as one of the four pithas. One of the four pithas of Sri Adi Shankaracharya, Jagadguru Adi Shankaracharya, who has established one pitham here in Dwarka, which is called Dwarka Pitham. So I had a darshan of that also. After Kaladi, this is the second place where Sri Adi Shankaracharya had his footprint and the spread of dharma on four sides of Bharat. So this is one from the western side of Bharat. So very lucky, very fortunate to have a darshan of Pitham also, Adi Shankaracharya's Pitham. Now I'm proceeding towards Bhuj, which will take about 7 hours 20 minutes from here and 405 kilometers, which tells that the road should be very good. So by 4:30 I'm expected to reach Bhuj. In between, if I get a good content, I will record the same. This is how the road looks. This is Dwarka. For the time being, I am saying goodbye temporarily. Hopefully I'll come back here again. That is Dwarka temple. You can see the flag and the tower of Dwarka temple. Beautiful Dwarka temple on the banks of Arabian Sea. It's a wonderful day, as has been all this while. All the stretch, in the entire stretch, right from Konkan stretch through Maharashtra up to Gujarat and now up to Bhuj in Gujarat. Entire weather has been very, very kind, very good. The ease of my travel largely on account of the weather. I'm not at all feeling tired because of this weather. See how fantastic the weather is. Best time that I am traveling. It's not even raining, though it rained. It did rain during my journey. Heavy rains. Whenever I reached a point, the rain was actually completely absent, and had nice darshans or look at those places, nice places. Never rained, it never rained, only cloud was there. But during the journey there were rains at some places, heavy rains in fact, and also the gods, all the credit to Shiva, Krishna, Rama, Anjaneya Swami, Vinayaka, and all one power only, all one God only. Just names are different, the tattva is different though, but everything, if we name different, take different names also, everything is one finally. Because of that Almighty, I am absolutely in good shape, very fit, doing yoga exercises, stretches, meditation every day morning in the hotel room. I get up every day by 5:45 or so. Keep half an hour for workout and yoga meditation. Then I'll proceed for the other activities. So this is very important. Daily you must keep yourself in good shape, like by doing exercises and workouts and some meditation and yoga stretches as well. It will do a lot of good to you during the journey. And also keep a watch on your diet. Be careful about diet. Nights don't take much, but in the morning have good breakfast, healthy breakfast, heavy breakfast. Lunch you can have moderate one, but night the dinner you should be very careful. Better be on dry fruits and just fruits. Don't go for masalas or those things. Have buttermilk. So that's my experience. That's what I'm doing, and I'm taking that, having that experience now. See the beautiful bull there. Amazing bull. Amazing. This is very majestic. It's looking so majestic. Bull. In Gujarat you will find this kind of bull a lot. On my way to Bhuj from Dwarka. This is a lovely temple on the side of the highway. Beautiful temple. Halar Tirth. Looks like a Jain temple. बहुत अच्छा है, बहुत खूब. This place is called Tankara. This is on the highway between Rajkot and Bhuj. This place is famous as Swami Dayanand Saraswati was born in this village, in this city. So it has got a historical importance. If someone is not aware, maybe I thought I should share that. Wonderful to, it's a great feeling that I am passing through this village, this city. Now this is Ramkund, ancient step well in Bhuj. There is also Ishwar Mahadev temple inside. So we are getting inside. It's a protected monument as it is belonging to ancient times. So they have made all arrangements to protect this lake. This is a protected monument notice. Some instructions. That is Sri Ishwar Mahadev Mandir. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. And this is the most sacred Ramkund. It's a monument, it's a step well. The design of the steps more or less square shaped steps, goes down because it's full of water. Actually it goes deep, and the steps also go that deep inside. Ramkund is a square step well, about 56 feet on one side, whose walls are carved miniature idols depicting the 10 incarnations of Lord Vishnu. So there, those there were miniature idols, but their idols were all removed. The stepwell is geometrical and leaves one in awe of the skill of that time. This is Chhatardi Bhuj. Actually, here if you see, some of these structures are more or less ruined, completely in ruins. But there are a few left, those structures. Actually, all the structures are in those shapes. Chhatardi means umbrellas. So umbrella shaped structures in sandstone architecture. They were all nice carvings made of both Rajputana and Mughal combination structures. These are all the designs built by Lakpati Rao, the king of Jadeja kingdom at that time in 18th century. These structures, beautiful structures, were built by him in 18th century. You can see the colors also on the tombs or gold gumbas. You will see both the style, Mughal style also, like the arches. The second layer, the round shaped Vishnu Chakra shape, is of Rajputana, whereas the dome is of Mughal. So beautiful. So Chhatardi Bhuj, that's the name for this monument. Some different animals here. Lion is there. They have put numbers here because they rebuilt it. It looks like the sculptors here have rebuilt this structure as they put numbers, and that sequence they have again fit into those grooves. See, this is F11, F12, G6, G7. Nice work. Now we are going to Prag Mahal. After having a visit to Chhatardi Bhuj, it's a nice lake on the side. This is one Bhuj, one fort here. This is Prag Mahal. This was built by Pragmalji Rao II in 1865. He started and it's completed in 1879. He is Pragmalji Rao. So this was built in Italian architecture style, more Romanesque, and lot of Italian artisans were involved in the construction of this Prag Mahal. Wonderful. The finer carvings the designs, everything done by Italian engineers, architects. This is a clock tower as well, built at that time. This clock tower was also built at that time only, 1865 and 1879. It's not working though. You can see the beautiful designs, the windows, the corridors. This place where women used to stay inside for them to view whatever the celebrations happening in this courtyard. So they used to view from those windows because they cannot be seen from outside. So the grills are there. The balconies, nice balconies. Beautiful towers, beautiful towers. See the shape of the towers and all. Lovely. Cannon weaponry. There's the entrance. So good to cover nice places in Bhuj. There are a few more, like Bhuj Fort is there, Bhuj Fort Gate is there. Have to go there. But these are all restricted timings. So I first completed these sites. So this is Bhuj city on the top of Bhuj Fort, Bhujia Fort. That is Bhujia Fort, and this is the temple, Mataji ka temple. That is Bhujia Gate, Fort Gate. That is Bhujia Fort Gate, and this is how the fort is constructed. And मैं जाऊँगा हाँ उसका मेमोरियल है वो डेफिनेटली आई विल गो देयर अभी उनका टाइम है ना 9 तक इसलिए रात में थोड़ा इसके बाद जाओ
जो जैसा अर्थक्वेक हुआ था ना वैसा ही फील होगा उसमें
ओके थोड़ा सो ही इज Sonu he helped me in this climbing this scaling this height of Bhuj Fort, otherwise I wouldn't have done it. He helped me all the way like Hanuman. He came to my rescue. Amazing person. He is in 11th standard 12th standard commerce in which college institute?
St. Andrews School.
St. Andrews School. That's a wonderful, one of the best schools in Bhuj. I do biking as well.
Oh.
I have Ninja 1000 bike.
Wow.
So I do biking. This is Shiva Mandira. Nagendra, Shiva, Anjaneya Swami. So, can you please take a small picture on me? And so, Nagesh, I'm here on the Bhuj Fort. Sonu has helped me. That is a view from the fort. Entire Bhuj city, so beautiful city this is. Amazing city. You can take from this. This same city actually had the wrath of earthquake in the year 2001. Yes. So after that they rebuilt almost. See, everything is rebuilt and it has brought to the best shape. And they had that Smriti 1. That is the Smriti 1, which is memorial for that earthquake victims. So I'm going to go next to that place only and cover my video recording. So this is Bhuj Fort. And you can take a fort line of fort.
This is basically known as Bhujio Dungar.
Bhujio Fort. Okay. standing in front of Smriti One. As a mark of respect, I visited this despite time constraints. I wanted to pay respect to the affected people. So may their souls rest in peace. But beautifully done by the government, local government. This is Bhuj Earthquake Memorial Smriti One Museum. So beautiful.